being a pretty critical resistance area for the market. After yesterday's attempt, also today, it's not managed to break above that, is what we're seeing, at least on the benchmarks today. Stocks that were on the move, Tata Motors, Hindalco and Grasim, top losers, is what we noticed today. While you had Bosch, Idea, M&M, Bharti, Bajaj Auto as a couple of the stocks that have actually seen some decent gains in terms of trade today. But on the benchmarks, it's been an extremely quiet close. The mid-cap space, though, was fairly exciting. Let's just pull out the CNX mid-cap index for you as well. That one had seen a decent gain in the last couple of days. The CNX mid-cap index outperforming once again, almost a 1% move coming in there. Stocks in that space, Vakrangi, as you can see on your screen, Finolex Industries, all these guys getting some good traction. PC Jewelers, Shipping Corp, RCF, Religare, you had TVS Motors, BAML, even for that matter, Capital First. A little bit of a late surge on that one, but clearly on the radar. Crompton Greaves showing some good strength as well. Gen Irrigation has been on fire. Today you also had that huge cabinet announcement regarding the irrigation push as well from the government. Suzlon, Unitech and Videocon. These are some of the guys that actually saw a little bit of a cut. And JP Associates once again down nearly 1.3% is what we noticed. So that's where you had the weakness in the non-index counters is what we actually saw. But all in all, it's been a pretty quiet close in terms of the way the markets have really panned out. Beyond that as well, just one or two large caps that really caught the attention of Maruti Suzuki, down nearly 1% is what we noticed. And on the gaining side, you had HUL once again that was showing some bit of traction. Pull up RIL again. That's been a major outperformer in the last couple of sessions as well. RIL closing marginally in positive by nearly 0.2%. All right, so Gaurav, if one actually has to look at the range for this market, where do you believe are we slated to be in the next couple of weeks or so? How do you foresee, looking the way the data is panning out, what kind of range are we talking about for this market?
8500 call option has the highest share concentration. So what I feel right now, we may see some sort of consolidation at around these levels. I would not term it as a range, but if I would say a range breakup kind of move can be seen. If 8500 is taken out, then I feel we might see 8600, 8700 kind of levels in current month only. On the other hand, the supports are now seen towards 8250 kind of levels. So I feel it is going to be 8250 on the lower end, and probably if we cross 8500, then the supports will be jump to 8400, and the upsides will be seen near about 8650 or kind of level. So that will be the range. If we fail to sustain those 8500 levels, then I feel we might again see a 150 points downfall in next 10-15 days. We might again see such kind of pressure, and the range will again be same 8200 to 8500.
Rajat, in terms of advice to clients, what are you telling your clients to do in this kind of a market? What's the best way to play the near term?
I think the best thing to do would be to systematically invest in good high quality stocks, as I said, in financial services and healthcare, where the markets may be at the end of this year. They could be 10% higher, 10% lower, but I don't think that's going to have any impact over a longer term. Again, as I said, corporate earnings have to improve. We'll see how this quarter's earnings looks. If you systematically keep investing, these are definitely not the kind of markets where you would make new investments from my perspective. I think if you are a long investor, if you want to invest systematically, instead of timing the markets, just keep investing little by little every month, and over the next couple of years, 3 years, you will see that your investments would grow around 15 to 18% from where we are right now. But again, it may not happen in a rush, and right now to chase some of the overvalued sectors for many reasons would probably be a bad idea. So stick to defensive, stick to one stock which is doing, which is looking attractive at these levels is ITC in the FMCG space. Again, I spoke of Max India, I spoke of Kotak Mahindra Bank. These are some of the blue chips you could invest right now. So that's what we're investing, and stay away from companies which are which have a heavy debt burden on them right now.
All right, fair. So that's as far as the market outlook is concerned. Daljit, one final thought from you as well. I'm not too sure if you've already released your expectation report for Q1, but what would you be watching out for from this quarter? Because at some point we're also just counting down probably a week or so left for the earnings season to really kickstart. What are you watching out for, and broad expectations, Daljit, this time?
Broad expectations are that it will be a muted quarter,
Uh-huh.
not much of pickup there.
Okay.
Now, key sectors to watch out, I would say, is IT, because that is one that it comes first of all, and second that we have already seen 2-3 commentaries which are already downgrading their numbers. So IT is very keenly watched out. Then capex related cycles, sectors like capital goods or power transmission, all these kind of things where there were a lot of expectations that too much investments will come, but we have not seen that many tenders coming in, that many orders coming in. So I think there probably we will give them a bit of margin that if they have got the order, if order win or order book has moved up, but even though the execution will take a little longer time, still that is good. So these two things are important for both these sectors. For pharma, I think the big concern was US FDA approval not coming in. That we have seen in the later part of this in the month of June, quite a bit of them have come in. So, but they will not add to the numbers. So numbers will come only in September. Pharma will be fairly stable sector. So, but FDA approvals and on companies' commentary, when they can launch these products, that again will be a good thing to watch out for.
All right, gentlemen, we leave it there. Thanks so much for joining in today, Rajat and Daljit on the fundamentals, and Gaurav sharing his views as far as the FNOQs are